Starting in 2022, the European Central Bank initiated an abrupt policy shift to curb inflation, placing immediate pressure on the Eurozone economy. In Belgium, the impact was immediate. This bottom-left graph shows the average rate for a new fixed-rate mortgage climbing from 1.4% to 3.4% in just 24 months. The math of borrowing capacity is rigid. When interest rates rise at this speed, the increased cost of servicing debt removes 20% of a buyer's total purchasing power. Standard economic logic suggests that if the buyer pool has 1/5 less capital, the sticker price of a home must drop by the same 20% for transactions to continue. However, data from early 2025 shows nominal house prices steadily climbing. Despite the higher rates, transaction volumes actually rose by 21% during this period. To understand how the market avoided a price correction, we have to look at three specific variables that redistributed the cost of these higher rates. The first adjustment occurred within the banking sector. To keep loan volumes from collapsing, lenders focused on the specific duration of the debt. Banks increasingly used loan term extensions to mask higher monthly costs. Stretching a mortgage over more years reduces the immediate monthly installment, even as it increases the total interest paid over the life of the loan. National bank data shows that the share of first-time buyers taking out mortgages longer than 20 years rose from 59% to 72% between 2021 and 2023. Borrowers maintained their monthly affordability by committing to several additional years of interest payments, shifting the financial burden deeper into their future. New energy regulations added a second layer of cost. Buyers purchasing homes with an E or F energy rating are now legally required to renovate them to a D label or better within 5 years. These renovations can cost up to €50,000. Banks became hesitant to lend to anyone who couldn't cover these costs up front, as poorly rated homes are seen as riskier collateral. This gap was largely filled by family wealth. Market analysis indicates a significant rise in transactions relying on cash gifts and parental savings to bridge the difference between the loan amount and the total cost of acquisition. Belgium's system of automatic wage indexation also provided a secondary cushion, as salaries rose by 11% in 2022 to keep pace with inflation. The market stayed active by drawing on accumulated savings from older generations to subsidize the entry of younger buyers. The final variable was a series of regional tax adjustments that took effect in January 2025. Wallonia reduced its registration duty from 12.5% to 3%, while Flanders lowered its rate to 2%. Buyers took these saved euros and added them directly to their bids, allowing sellers to maintain their asking prices. This fiscal shift explains the 21% surge in transaction volume recorded in the first 3 quarters of 2025. Ultimately, regional governments successfully prevented a price drop, but did so by trading away long-term public tax revenue. While house prices stayed high, the underlying math of homeownership for the average buyer in Belgium has changed. The pressure of higher interest rates was redistributed into 3 distinct areas of the economy. We can see this in the longer mortgage terms, the increased reliance on inherited family wealth, and the reduction in state tax receipts. This creates a wider gap between buyers who can access family capital and those who must rely solely on their salary to meet these new financial requirements. The Belgian housing market shows that while prices can stay level in a high-interest environment, they do so by transferring the cost from the sticker price to the long-term balance sheets of households and the state.